Well, good evening on this Thursday, the 4th day of December 2025. Thank you for choosing Newswatch and Hope TV. I'm Tess Njenga and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Murithi. Let's take a look at the day's news. Now, Kiharu Member of Parliament, Ndindi Nyoro, now claims the government has become lazy in growing the economy, warning that Kenya could soon plunge into a deep financial crisis if current policy decisions persist. Addressing the media on Thursday, Nyoro alleged that the state plans to sell Safaricom shares to Vodacom Group Limited at a value far below the required 2.5 trillion shillings. Theo Masharia reports.
As Kenya pursues its ambition of joining the ranks of first world economies, infrastructural development remains a crucial pillar. But according to Nyoro, those ambitions risk stagnating if the government continues to neglect sustainable economic growth.
You don't need to have been inside government for you to learn how the government is thinking. The government is lazy to grow the economy. Because when you grow the economy, it is when you get revenues to support the growth of infrastructure.
Nyoro says these decisions reflect serious incompetence and self-interest among some government officials.
Because the government is looking at 2027 and nothing else, they are staking the future of this country in the name of elections. So we want to do everything that Kenyans can see. It doesn't matter whether we are getting into an abyss, and it doesn't matter whether we are going to recover from it.
The result, he argues, is that ordinary Kenyans are forced to shoulder the burden through an ever-rising cost of living.
The government, unless they recede, they have already purported to want to increase school fees for day scholars from January. So on one side, we are thinking about trillions. On the other side, you are abdicating from supporting free basic education. Our JSS brothers and sisters, they require very little money to be confirmed into permanent and pensionable terms. They already had a contract for 1 year to intern in the JSS institutions. But instead of addressing such a small issue, now we are doing political messaging by mentioning billions in infrastructure fund so that Kenyans don't ask us real questions about real issues.
The legislator also insists that taxes collected from Kenyans are enough to fund major development projects such as the Rironi-Nakuru-Mau Summit Highway.
Kenya has always built stadiums. We have Nyayo Stadium, we have Kasarani. We never took an illegal board, but Kenya built when the economy was quite small. Kenya has always had tarmac roads. Even where we are building the toll road from Nairobi to Nakuru, there is a road. Not that there is no road, there is. And it was built by Kenyans through taxes. And the government never had to take an illegal loan called securitization.
Nyoro further expressed concern over the government's plan to sell a 15% stake in Safaricom, warning that the move may lead to significant financial losses to public coffers. If approved, the state's ownership in Safaricom will drop from 35 to 20%.
There is no way the government can purport to sell Safaricom at a valuation of less than 2.5 trillion. There is no way, other than if there is self-interest or incompetence on the side of government. And I have enumerated again, the best way was for the government, first of all, to foster divestiture within Safaricom, create 3 entities, value them separately, and then sell them separately if you have to sell.
This comes as the government maintains that inflation remains relatively controlled, despite the country's public debt staying high and interest payments consuming a large share of revenue. Theo Masharia for Hope TV Newswatch.
Thank you, Theo Masharia, for that report. Now, health workers' strike in Embu County has entered its third day, paralyzing key county operations and triggering concern among residents who fear an extended shutdown. Nurses and clinical officers are accusing the county government of neglecting their plight for years and are now demanding immediate and concrete intervention.
For a third consecutive day, hundreds of county health workers in Embu County camped outside the county headquarters demanding to be addressed. Following the strike that has paralyzed health operations in public hospitals, their complaints include stagnant wages, frozen promotions, and failure by the county to remit statutory deductions such as pension and social health authority contributions, which they say has left them unable to access medical services or service their loans.
This issue started last year, a year ago, when cashiers are earning below minimum wage. There are those people that are on contract that are earning a quarter of what their respective on permanent and pensionable should be earning, and what the guidelines of SRC provide that they should be earning. Then the third thing is that they deduct the third-party deductions, the loans, the pension, they deduct and they do not remit.
Nurses, clinicians, revenue officers, and other county staff accuses the administration for cultivating a harsh and demoralizing work environment marred by broken promises and persistent delays in addressing welfare matters. According to the striking workers, unremitted healthcare insurance deductions have locked them out of medical facilities, while outstanding loan deduction have resulted in penalties, worsening their financial distress.
Serikali imekuwa tu inapiga chenga, haishughulikii mfanyikazi wa chini. Na huyo mfanyikazi ndio tumekuja kutetea leo. Siku ya leo tumekuwa na maelewano mingi, lakini hakuna jambo lenye tumeelewana wametimiza kufikia leo.
KNUN and KUSO say several engagements with county leaderships have yielded no tangible results, deepening frustrations among workers. Reporting for Newswatch, my name is Glory Nkatha.
Much appreciated, Glory. Now to matters politics. Eric Wekesa has been officially sworn in as the MCA for Chwele Kabuchai ward in the Bungoma County Assembly, ending days of tension following claims of a plot to delay the process. Wekesa, who contested the by-election as an independent candidate, won with 6,162 votes, defeating his Ford Kenya opponent, who garnered 2,765 votes. County and national leaders sent congratulatory messages saying his victory reflects shifting political dynamics and growing public confidence in leaders who prioritize accountability.
So hapa mimi nimepata viongozi ambao wamenikaribisha. Nashukuru speaker, nashukuru clerk na uongozi wote ya assembly, wamekuwa wazuri. Kando na ile mlikuwa mnasikia, huku ni mzuri tu, hakuna shida yoyote huko. Watanisaidia, tutashirikiana nao ili tuhakikishe watu wa Chwele Kabuchai na Bungoma County wanapata haki yao.
Mheshimiwa Eric, hawa watu wamekuamini, wafanyie kazi. Hapa kwa assembly tuko na vyama mingi, lakini wamekuja kama independent. Hiyo ni kuonyesha kwamba hawa watu wa Kabuchai walikuwa na imani na wewe.
Sisi tumenamkaribisha hapa assembly, uchape kazi, ufanyie watu wa Chwele Kabuchai vile walikuwa wanataka wafanyie. Na sisi kama mimi viongozi walio wachache katika assembly ya Bungoma, tunakukaribisha na tutakuelekeza, na hii miaka imebaki mwaka moja karibu na nusu, tukirudi kwa kura utakuwa umeiva sasa, utakuwa umejua njia zote na ukurudi huko utafanya mambo.
Leo tu ni siku ambayo amekula kiapo na tuko hapa kama wenzake kumkaribisha katika bunge la Bungoma na tuko tayari kufanya kazi na yeye.
Deputy President Kithure Kindiki has expressed confidence in Kenya's progress toward universal health coverage. Speaking during the 94th Kenya Medical Training College KMTC graduation ceremony held at Moi Sports Center, Kasarani in Nairobi, Kindiki praised the community health promoters program and the newly established Social Health Care Authority as transformative milestones in the health sector. He also acknowledged KMTC's significant role in health service delivery, assuring continued government support.
Healthcare is one of the 7 key pillars of the Kenya Kwanza government under the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. Deputy President Kithure Kindiki says the government is firmly on track in reforming the sector. Addressing graduates at the 94th Kenya Medical Training College graduation at Kasarani Stadium in Nairobi, Kindiki applauded ongoing reforms targeting improved access and efficiency. One of the flagship initiatives is the Community Health Promoters Program, which Kindiki noted has significantly boosted healthcare personnel across the country.
We have been particularly focused on the transformation of Kenya's health sector. As you are aware, this is the first administration to employ, equip, and deploy a grassroots primary healthcare workforce, 1,007 community health promoters spread in every village in Kenya to support families at household level to access essential health care.
Principal Secretary for Public Health Mary Muthoni echoed this sentiment, saying the transition from NHIF to the Social Health Care Authority has been instrumental in enhancing affordability of medical services. She noted that almost 28 million Kenyans have already registered.
The key reforms such as the Social Health Authority, the administration of His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto and yourself is making it easier for wananchi to access quality health care without being pushed into poverty.
KMTC was highlighted as a key partner in the drive towards universal health coverage, with Kindiki assuring that the government will operationalize all 18 new campuses and allocate 9.7 billion for recruitment of more lecturers and equipping of the existing 91 campuses countrywide.
This year we have invested 9.7 billion in KMTC to support staff recruitment, infrastructure development, equipping of classrooms and laboratories, personnel emoluments, and student welfare. Vilevile nataka niwaambie ya kwamba serikali itatoa pesa ya kuhakikisha kwamba all the 18 campuses are made operational in the next financial year so that we can have quality service and quality training for our people.
A total of 22,776 graduates graduated during the event. For Newswatch, my name is Jacob Ochiro.
Thank you, Jacob Ochiro, for that report. And that takes us on our first break on Newswatch tonight. Stay tuned. We will be coming back with an uproar from Kakamega County on the mining of gold. Stay tuned.
Get ready for an unforgettable worship experience.
Hakuja kuwa, hakutakuwa. Niwe nina hitaji. Mimi nataka ushirika na wewe.
Every Sunday on Ultimate Worship.
Ainuliwe Mungu wetu.
Where we bring you live music, powerful praise, and anointed gospel ministers and bands.
Nashangilia Mwokozi.
Join us every Sunday, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. with a repeat at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Everywhere I go, I see you right there.
It's not just music, it's worship unleashed. It's ultimate worship.
You're too faithful to fail me.
Only on Hope TV, where you look and live.
Hope Media, a media unit of Christ is the Answer Ministries that is committed to spreading the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ through the transformative power of media. Hope Media is dedicated to utilizing various forms of media to spread the message of hope, love, and redemption to all people around the world. Hope Media consists of various units that work together to achieve this goal. These units include Hope FM. Hope FM is your #1 Christian radio station offering you discussions on current day-to-day issues, inspiring music, life-changing sermons, and news updates, broadcasting 80% in English and 20% in Swahili, with listenership of over 12 million every month. Hope TV. Hope TV programming is designed to inspire, educate, and challenge the viewer with wholesome content to reach various demographic groups, children, youth, and adults, both male and female, with viewership of over 24 million every month. Hope Recording Studios. Hope Recording Studios is a state-of-the-art recording facility that offers high-quality recording, mixing, and mastering services. It is designed to meet the needs of musicians, artists, and other creative professionals who require top-notch recording facilities. Hope Creative. At Hope Creatives, we believe that inspiring graphic design work doesn't just happen. It takes the right people with wild, out-of-the-box ideas committed to the same ideals, working together to make it happen. We listen, we learn, we brand. Hope Digital. Hope Digital is a creative digital unit within Hope Media. We are driven by a passion to creatively express ourselves while influencing you with the same creative energy in online spaces and beyond. At Hope Media, we believe that media can be a powerful tool for spreading the message of hope as well as grow your business through advertisements, and we do this with excellence. For more information regarding our services, please visit www.hopemediakenya.org or call us on 0709 861 180. Hope Media. We keep hope alive.
Welcome back. Residents of Isulu in Kakamega County have protested a meeting convened by NEMA to discuss proposed mining activities in the area. The residents who engaged police in violent running battles say that they will not allow the takeover of their mining activities. Several people are reported to have been shot by police, while a number of officers were also injured during the clashes.
Wanataka kufanya mining na hii mining sio tunafanya wenyewe. Venye tunaongea hivyo ambao wase wetu huko wase watano washakufa. Shanta wanataka kubai Kolomani, sisi tumekataa tuwapei.
Tunaendelewa Kenya, kinaendelea ni mabullet hapa juu ya mining. Mining ni yetu. Tumesema hatutaki Shanta. Wase waende Cheru tunataka tujue ukweli. Maana sisi tuko huku hatujui cha kinaendelea. Sisi tunaona tu maandamano nasema tuame. Munasikia tu kuhama kwa TV na ujue kinaendelea. Hakuna mtu ambaye sema unahama juu ya hii. Sasa tunataka nitujue ukweli.
Na sasa hao wanataka kutunyang'anya shamba, na watu wote Waluya wataenda kuishi wapi? Hata wenye walichoma huko Meru hawajapewa mashamba. Hatutaki, tumekataa.
From Ikolomani to the United States, President William Ruto says Kenya's new approach to development financing is gaining strong international support. Speaking in Washington, D.C. after a meeting with International Finance Corporation Managing Director Maktar Diop, President Ruto highlighted growing interest in the country's proposed infrastructure fund, which he says will help fast-track national development goals. The president welcomed the IFC's confidence in the project and its willingness to invest. A key focus will be the modernization of Jomo Kenyatta International Airport through a public-private partnership model.
How are you? You're well? Now we are in Washington, in your country. So, listen, I'm good, man. I'm good. Hello. How are you? Very good. Hello, how are you?
Excellent. Good to see you again. Salama kabisa bwana. Niko hapa bwana.
Back into the country, police in Kisumu County have seized bank valued at 2 million shillings that was being transported from Unguja to the coast region. Confirming the incident, Kisumu Central OCPD Peter Mulai said investigations are underway to identify the owner of the consignment. He urged drivers to ensure proper inspection of goods before transporting them.
Kufungua tukaona kweli ni bangi ambayo weight yake ni 65.4 kg. Approximately value yake ni 2 million. So tumelete yule mtu ambaye suppose alikuwa kwa hiyo gari, hatujapata mwenyewe, lakini kuna leads ambayo tunafuata na tutaenda kukamata yeye. Sasa wetu wananchi nawaambia magari kama hizi zimebeba hizo cargos ambayo ya kwanza ilikuwa inaenda mpaka Voi. Ingine inapita kwenda Mombasa na zingine zinasambazwa mpaka hata Malindi. So zote ziko hapa, tumeshika, tumepeana kwa watu wetu wa anti-narcotics ndio tupate kufollow the lead.
To neighboring Tanzania, Tanzania's armed police force have issued a stern warning against planned demolitions scheduled for the 9th of this month, insisting that organizers will face legal action. In a public address, government spokesperson Gerson Msigwa accused those behind the planned protests of attempting to plunge the country into unrest, causing loss of lives. This as UN human rights experts have condemned what they describe as widespread and systematic rights violations in Tanzania following the 29th October 2025 general election. The experts are calling on the government to reveal the fate and whereabouts of all missing persons and to return the remains of those killed to their families. They also urged authorities to lift all media restrictions, saying they violate Tanzania's international obligations.
Jeshi la polisi kwa kushirikiana na vyombo vingine vya ulinzi na usalama vimekuwa vikifuatilia kwa karibu sana yanayoendelea katika mitandao ya kijamii na kwenye makundi sogozi, wakihamasisha wanayoyaita maandamano ya amani yasiyo na kikomo ya tarehe 9 Disemba 2025. Ni uhalifu mkubwa unaoendelea kuhamasishwa. Hali kama hii kwa nchi yoyote ile duniani ni tishio kubwa la maisha ya watu, uchumi wa nchi na masuala yote ya kijamii.
And on that note, let's take another short break. We will be coming back with business news.
At the age of 25 is where there is also another change, because the frontal cortex, this part of the head, the maturity now of the brain happens at that time, which is responsible for intellectual abilities, decision makings, and like the executive area of the brain. Again, it comes with other challenges. Now that I am who I am, you withdraw further from people. Then the other stage that comes in, sometimes it can come early from the age of 35 all the way to 55. Midlife crisis. Midlife crisis. So the man is trying to catch up with the lost time. Unajua anajaribu kuingia kwa hawa vijana because they lost the time, they don't fit. Unapata jamaa anaacha koti avae, lakini wao wamevaa kama
Jiji wao wameacha koti. Are you trying to communicate?
Are you trying to fit? So like, so like they are trying to fit, but as they move closer to this generation, now in a move away. Inasonga, ukikuja inasonga. So then the loneliness increases, and in fact it is that critical stage where in the field of psychology we teach the men to begin to prepare themselves for that package of retirement.
Catch past episodes on our YouTube channel at Hope TV Kenya.
Men on Record, every Friday at 7 p.m.
Hi everyone, my name is George Gishoro, a presenter with Hope TV. Thank you so very much for continuing to support us by watching all our programs. Now, we would love to serve you even better. Now, we want to know where you are watching us from and the strength of the signal. You can scan the QR code and ensure that you answer all the questions in ensuring that you are getting us loud and clear with crystal pictures. So go ahead and fill in the QR code so that we can serve you better right here at Hope TV, where you look and live.
Welcome back. Just before business, the United States has announced new visa restrictions targeting Nigerians it believes are responsible for what Washington calls anti-Christian violence. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the move is part of decisive action in response to what he describes as mass killings and attacks on Christian communities. He singled out radical Islamist groups, Fulani militias, and other violent actors as being among those who could be affected. The restrictions may also extend to the immediate family members of those implicated under provisions of U.S. immigration law. Rubio added that similar measures could be applied to any government or individual worldwide found to be violating religious freedoms. This development comes on the heels of Nigeria being designated a country of particular concern by the U.S. following a rise in reports of religious-based violence. And now in business, the government has offloaded a 15% stake in Safaricom at a cost of 244.5 billion shillings to help fund major infrastructure projects. The sale involves more than 6 billion shares being transferred to Vodacom Group, which will also acquire Vodafone Kenya's entire stake. The National Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi says the government will retain a 20% strategic shareholding while the remaining 25% stays in public hands.
That this is a shareholder level adjustment, not an operational takeover. Safaricom's management and board continue to have responsibility for day-to-day operations. The government role as a strategic shareholder continues, and I will elaborate shortly. So in the coming days, we will fulfill all statutory disclosure obligations and requirements and provide further details through the Capital Markets Authority and Nairobi Securities Exchange filings as is required by law. We will also continue to engage, or our engagement with Parliament and the public through the forums that our democracy provides. Once complete, the funds from this transaction will be seed capital. And I want to emphasize that. Once complete, the funds from this transaction will be the seed capital for the National Infrastructure Fund and the Sovereign Wealth Fund, which we have previously talked about. I urge Parliament, and more particularly National Assembly, to expedite the approval of the instruments required to establish the two funds.
Access Bank Kenya and National Bank of Kenya have launched the W Initiative, a program designed to boost funding and support for women-owned businesses. The initiative, already responsible for $141 million in disbursements across Access Bank's African network, brings together NBK's existing women-focused programs into one inclusive platform. The package includes tailored financial products such as W cards, W insurance, and W loans, along with non-financial support including training, market linkages, and networking.
We are expecting to leverage on the expertise, on the resources, on the budget structures, and also the new models that we tested and we've seen they work. So our today event was basically the journey starting point. We'll be doing this many times, different towns. So I look forward to having many of you walking the journey with us. I look forward to having impact, change of livelihoods. I look forward to having inclusion at any level.
Most women don't have security, as you know, they don't have collateral. So that's why women do not come to the bank. And so we worked with partners who are able to support in terms of just de-risking, you know, the women-led businesses in terms of when they took opportunities with us. And as a result, the portfolio has grown. But then, of course, there's always need for growth.
Integrated Payment Services Limited, the operator of PesaLink, held its first ever awards to set industry benchmarks for instant account-to-account payments in Kenya. 13 banks were recognized for promoting trust, affordability, and simplicity on the platform. Digital payments across Kenya are expanding rapidly and are projected to hit $1.5 trillion in value by 2030. With PesaLink now connecting more than 80 banks, telcos, SACCOs, and fintechs, Kenya's banking sector has a strong opportunity to deliver seamless and cost-effective instant payments.
110 billion annual revenue opportunity for this company that you own, plus incremental funded revenue from deposits mobilized within the banking ecosystem. So this is really not just about payments. It's about positioning banks as credible, compelling players in Kenya's digital economy. The people in this room representing teams and organizations who've already done more than most to be credible and compelling on instant payments are the ones we're going to salute today. We salute all of you, and we look forward to taking change to the next level in 2026 and beyond.
And that story brings us to the end of Newswatch tonight. On behalf of the whole team, thank you for watching. I'm Tess Njenga, and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Mureithi. God willing, see you tomorrow night, even as we take a look at today's conundrum. Have a good night.